This one's a fun one. Stick around, I'm revisiting an old friend. Okay, we're going to be looking at some juices today from an old friend, as I mentioned, Liquid Ejuice. LiquidEjuice.com, the website is down below, but really that website is not up to date. Let me fill you in. I'll also link you in to their Facebook page, and if you haven't yet, you want to give it a like. These guys ship internationally and have phenomenal, yep, there's that word, phenomenal range of juices. Today we're looking at what they've done with a new line. These were sent to me by my good friend Luke at Liquid Ejuice. So thank you, Luke. I'm really enjoying going through it, and we're going to be discussing 4 juices tonight. But let me get through the packaging. They've changed their packaging slightly, and I'm going to tell you, I like it because this is their old packaging, and they really didn't do a large variant. This is the new packaging. Now, obviously, this is a smaller bottle. It does have the childproof caps as well as their glass bottles with the drippers. They work. I use them with several tanks. You're going to see some of the tanks tonight. I've never had any problems with them. Very clearly written out what they are. The only criticism I have is for these old eyes, and that is the name of the juice. I actually, in order for me to see it properly, I had to use a jeweler loupe and look at it like this, because it is written in a flowing font, and it's very hard for me to read. So I apologize, but that could just be me, my vision, right? Stevie Wonder vapes. The milligram of the nicotine, very clear. Now, I could not find on the bottle anywhere the ratio breakdowns, but I contacted my friend Luke, and he tells me that all their juices, save for one, is 40% PG, 60% VG. The one that's different is the first juice we're going to be talking about. Now, I am using them in a variety of tanks, different resistances and different wattages, but all tanks. And before I start, taste is subjective. What you like, I might not. What I like, you might not. We always keep that in mind, folks. So without further ado, let me get set and talk about the first juice. They say that you always save the best for last. Now, I haven't vaped them all, and this is being done in segments. But this was the first e-juice. I've heard so much about it. The first e-juice I tried. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but this one is called Loop Shake. Sorry, I had a hard time getting the focus there. Loop Shake. And this blew me away. And the reason for that, when I started vaping, everything was, all the juices were fruit juices. It was very heavily in the fruit juices. Then it was all these creams and custards. And now it is cereal vapes. So I sort of had a raised eyebrow because I did try their cereal vapes. And though they came close, I sort of raised an eyebrow. But this, and I was a Fruit Loop fanatic as a kid. You know when the milk gets all pink and that from the color? Anyhow, living some old memories. So when I vaped this, I thought, okay, it's going to be a variant of it. This juice is as close to its namesake as possible. When you're vaping this, and I should have pointed out first that this is the exception to the rule. This is a 70% VG juice. That 30% PG is in the flavorings. They do not add direct PG to this, propylene glycol. The propylene glycol that's used is mixed in the flavoring, and that might answer a lot of questions for me. Because when I'm vaping this, damn, it tastes like Fruit Loops. Now let me walk you through that, but I want to get a vape. I have this in my Delta 2, which is registering at 1.1 ohms, and I'm vaping it at 19 watts. No reason to kick up the wattage because the flavor on this is just nuts. You get all that fruitiness on the inhale, and then the aftertaste is like the actual freaking cereal. It has that baked cereal goodness to it. You know what? There is nobody that's going to be able to do a video or an overview on this juice that's going to be able to put it into words. It just blew me away. I heard how good it was. I didn't know how good it was. When I got the packaging with the Liquid Ejuice samples, it was the first one I went to, and I am so glad because it just knocked my socks off. Well, figuratively. Liquid Ejuice, I don't know who created this, but that guy is a freaking genius. And if you work for Liquid Ejuice and you have the question, is the reason why it's so close because the PG is not a direct PG, it's actually in a mix with the flavoring. That's what I need to know because, or maybe you don't want to give that secret away. To get it that close, and I know I sound overly excited, but when I get a juice that is that close to what you expect to taste, what more can you say? Well done, guys. You're gonna if you like that whole cereal vape, and you know what, cereal vapes or flavorings will come and go, and this is no exception to the rule. It will come and go, but the fact of the matter is, it's a really damn good juice. It ain't going anywhere. The actual style of having cereal may, but the actual flavor of Loop Shake, you're gonna want to try it. Somebody asked one time, do you taste the milk? I really don't taste a lot of creaminess to it because I think that would prostitute, and I love saying it that way, prostitute the taste of the juice. I think it would mix it up. No, I get the fruit, I get the cereal. Well done. You didn't try to go too far with it. You just hit the sweet spot. Really good. You're going to want to try this again. It's called Loop Shake. Now, I'm going to try to calm down from that. I'm going to change up my tanks. We'll take a look at the next juice. Okay, the next juice up today threw me for a bit of a loop. It's called Coco Loco. And I put it in my Lima 1. And this is at 1 ohm, dead on, and I'm vaping it at 20 watts. When I put it in, I was sniffing it, I was smelling it, and I thought, I'm not smelling too much cocoa or chocolate. Because there is none. We're down in the Caribbean. This is, it has a nice fruitiness to it, and I'm tasting perhaps vanilla in that. Now, unfortunately, I cannot find these e-juices on the Liquid Ejuice website, as I mentioned before, so I'm not sure the flavor profile, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting fruit, I'm getting very Caribbean mod, and I'm getting vanilla within that. Really nice, smooth, not a massive throat hit again, and I can't say I appreciate that enough because I don't like that massive throat hit for me. I suppose if I kick up the wattage, I'd get it, but I don't want to. I like it just the way it is. Really nice, well done, very mellow, like you would be in the tropics or the Caribbean. And you know what? This nails it. It's really, really good. We looked at 2 so far, and Loop Shake just blew me away. This is a nice follow-up to it. I wouldn't put it on the same level as the Loop Shake, but I might be comparing Loop Shake to what the flavor is supposed to be versus it quality-wise. So they might actually be kind of equal in that regard. But this is definitely, it's a nice vape. Good job there. We're going to go to the next juice, and I'm already ready. So I'm putting this in my Delta 2, which is at 1.1 ohm. I'm going to keep the same wattage. I'm going to keep 20 watts. I don't think that 0.1 ohm is going to make too much of a difference. And we're going to be looking at today, or this one. This one is called, oh, why can't I get that into focus? Tropics. This actually has for me, a funny story because I said at the beginning that I have a hard time reading the names of the juice, and I thought it was Tropica. So Luke must have been, I was talking to him about it because I was having trouble, well, I'll get to it in a minute. And so I sent it to him. He must have been sitting there going, what the hell, Gord? What's Tropica? It's not Tropica, it's Tropics. And I put this into my Delta 2, which, as I mentioned, 1.1 ohm, and keeping it at 20 watts. This has, again, that sort of tropical flavor, which is why I wanted to do them back to back. They kept that sort of tropical idea together. There is a slight hint of coconut, and where I was getting the confusion, which is why I was talking to Luke in the first place, I kept tasting tobacco, and he came back and said, no, it should be more floral. Floral is the essence. Floral is what I'm smelling. What I'm tasting is a mix of fruits. I'm getting peaches, I'm getting pears, and I guess, that little undertone of coconut. I am getting that as well. I don't know where I was getting the tobacco flavor from, and that might have been a cross flavor at the time. So I said, Luke, you know what? I'm going to change the wick, wash out the tank, and reboot myself, not physically, to see if you're right. So I apologize, Luke. You're 100% right. It does have a floral tone. Now, I find it is the essence, the smell of it, but the taste to me is all tropical fruits. Keeping in mind that if it is a peach in there, for a Canadian, that's tropical for us. But it has a nice taste, and they've sort of that continuity. That continuity certainly is there, that they've been able to go from one to the other without having too much of a difference, yet enough of a difference that you might want to try both if you like that tropical fruit flavor. Because by adding that, what I believe to be coconut, into tropics, sort of separates it, if that makes sense, and adds a bit of difference. So that's tropics right behind Coco Loco, which has nothing to do with chocolate. Thank you. I don't like chocolate vape, so that was the one I was able to dodge. Let me change out the tank because I'm not ready for the next one, and we'll look at our last juice. I lied. There are two more. I apologize. I thought there were only 4 new juices for me. There's actually 5. So this is the 4th one, so next to last. And again, I'm trying to judge everything by names because I have no flavor profiles. I thought this was going to be an issue for me. It's called, if I can get it in, there we go, Morning After. And for some reason, I thought it was going to be a coffee vape, but tisn't. And I'm really glad about this. I don't know what the whole makeup is, but what I'm getting is banana. Now, oh, there's maple in there, like a syrup, and then the aftertone is banana. And it's important, or at least that's what I'm getting. It's important to note that I've had banana vapes that were freaking horrible. This banana is just subtle enough that it's not banana. And on the inhale, I'm getting some kind of a syrup. I say maple, it's a syrup, pancakey type of syrup, but not pancakes. I don't want to mix that up. It's really nice. I again have this in the limo. Now I built this limo very high. I have it at 1.7 ohms, and I did it for a reason. And I'm vaping it at 18 watts. I wanted to say it doesn't have to be a low resistant coil to enjoy the juice, and I'm really enjoying this juice. When I do these videos, they're over a period of a couple of days. So I put this into my limo, and I've been sucking it back. I just reloaded, and unfortunately, and I'm not begging here, but the samples I got were only the smaller 50 ml bottles. Wish I had bigger ones because this is a really nice juice. And again, I can't get over the banana. It's there, but it's just sitting there sort of saying, howdy. It's not, and really good. So once again, Liquid Ejuice, you've come up with 4 flavors. I'm looking forward to the last one. I'm not sure about it based on the name again. So it's going to be very interesting to try that one out. But I'm going to have to clean out a tank, change it up, and we're going to wrap up this video with the 5th Ejuice. Please stick around. Okay, now I'm back in full uniform. This makes more sense. We're looking at the last juice tonight, and this one is called on the rocks. And I got to tell you, this one was a little bit of a letdown. And by that, I don't mean it was a bad juice. By that, I meant that maybe the first four, the bar was set really high. And I was a bit weary of this one as well because I thought it'd be an alcohol vape. And when I was in my drinking days, I liked vodka, I liked bourbon, a wee bit of scotch. So I wasn't sure what to expect with this, thinking that's what it was. But I'm not getting any of that, which is, they threw me a curveball before. So I'm not quite sure what their intention is, but I'm getting strawberry, raspberry, blueberry, berry. And I find it kind of pedantic, very, very generic tasting. It's not to say it's bad, and I have to stress that. It's maybe the other four were that good that this one just sort of, it's a juice. If you like berries, you're going to like this juice. It's very nice. It's very mellow. Again, that throat hit. But I was I was looking for the wow factor again, and it seems to be missing on this. But again, and I have to stress this, it's not a bad juice. If you like berries, you're going to want to sample this, that's for sure. I got this, I should have said, I got this on my Squape Reloaded clone. It's a 0.8 ohm coil, and I got it at 20 watts. I'm going to kick it up a bit and bring it up to 25 and see. See, I am getting a mixture of berry, and it is very nice. That is not a doubt. Maybe the name threw me off, and I'm trying to recuperate from that. I'm not sure. Maybe I need the morning after to recover. But it is a nice juice. I'm not putting it down. And that's it. These are the juices. The first one was Loop Shake, which was just, wow. It just floored me. I can't say enough about Loop Shake. And then it was, let's see, the next one that I talked about was Coco Loco, I believe. Again, Coco Loco Tropics, really nice tropical Caribbean fruits. Liked them. There was that divisor, that wee bit of what I'm getting is coconut to separate them so they're not too similar. You had the morning after, which had a sweetness to it, and then a banana, a very, very mellow banana aftertaste, which was very nice. And then the last one, which is on the rocks. And I'll tell you something. Liquid Ejuice, the people that I know, Liquid Ejuice, Karim, and of course Luke, these 5 flavors that were added were just really, really good. Folks, like their Facebook page, find out where you can get this. You're going to want to try it, even if you just get the little 50 milliliter bottles. It's going to be enough for you to go, oh, I need a bigger bottle. I haven't had a Liquid Ejuice flavor that really disappointed, and they've sort of seemingly have raised the bar. So good job to the gang at Liquid Ejuice. Again, go give them a look. That's it, folks. That's the juices, and I hope you got something out of it. Hope we're able to share something with you. I love having you over. So stay healthy and happy vaping. Take care, folks.